In the vast library of human history, where countless stories are etched in parchment and ink, some stories stand out, tales of resilience, courage, and new beginnings that capture the essence of the human spirit. These are the narratives that continue to inspire and guide us through the ages. The Book of Ezra is one such story, carefully nestled in the Old Testament, a testament to faith and perseverance. It's a narrative that, while rooted in a specific historical context, carries a message that echoes through time, resonating with anyone who has faced adversity and sought renewal. It tells of a people who lost everything, their homes, their city, their temple, the very foundations of their society and spiritual life, all reduced to rubble and despair. Exiled in Babylon, far from their beloved homeland, they clung to memories of Jerusalem, now a distant dream shrouded in ruins. But this is not merely a story of defeat and despair. It's a powerful testament to return, rebuilding and rediscovering identity in the face of overwhelming odds. It's about reclaiming what was lost and forging a new future from the ashes of the old. The Book of Ezra opens at a turning point. The long night of exile slowly giving way to the dawn of hope, a glimmer of possibility on the horizon. It's more than just a historical account filled with names and dates. It's a testament to the enduring power of faith, a beacon of light in the darkest of times. We'll witness the exiles' arduous return to their homeland, the painstaking rebuilding of their sacred temple, and the profound spiritual renewal led by the wise and dedicated Ezra. This is a story of a people coming home, not just to a physical place on the map, but to a deeper understanding of themselves, their heritage, and their purpose. So let's step back in time together, journeying to ancient empires and exploring the depths of profound faith. We'll explore three great movements that define this pivotal period in history: the courageous return to the land of their ancestors, the challenging and inspiring rebuilding of the temple, stone by stone, dream by dream, and the powerful spiritual revival that swept through the community, rekindling their devotion and commitment. Because even after the most devastating storms of life, when all seems lost and broken, new life can indeed begin to blossom. The Book of Ezra serves as a timeless reminder that hope is never truly lost, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. So, with open hearts and curious minds, let's begin this incredible journey together. The return begins with an unexpected twist of fate, a pivotal moment that would reshape the destiny of a people. After decades of exile, a glimmer of hope emerges from the most unlikely of places. Babylon, the seemingly invincible empire, falls, its walls breached and its power diminished. And from the east, Cyrus the Great of Persia rises, a new ruler with a different vision. Unlike the Babylonians who imposed their will through force and oppression, Cyrus champions a policy of tolerance, allowing conquered peoples to keep their cultures, practice their religions, and maintain their unique identities. This was a revolutionary concept for the time. In his first year as ruler, Cyrus proclaims a decree that would alter the course of Jewish history. The Jewish exiles, held captive in Babylon for generations, may now return to Judah, their ancestral homeland, and rebuild their temple, a symbol of their faith and identity. He even, in an act of unprecedented generosity, returns the sacred treasures, the golden vessels and precious artifacts that were stolen from Jerusalem's temple during its destruction. For the exiles, weary from years of captivity and longing for their homeland, hope becomes reality after 70 long years of waiting and praying. However, not all choose to leave the familiar comforts of Babylon. Babylon, after all this time, is familiar, a place where they have built lives and established communities, while Judah is a land of ruins, a shadow of its former glory. But nearly 50,000 souls, filled with unwavering faith and led by Sheshbazzar and Zerubbabel, bravely set out on the arduous journey. They are families seeking a future for their children, skilled craftsmen eager to rebuild, and hard-working farmers yearning to cultivate their ancestral lands, driven by their deep faith in God's promise and the enduring dream of restoration, a vision of a renewed Jerusalem. Their journey is not only physical, traversing vast distances and overcoming countless obstacles, but also deeply spiritual, leaving behind the relative security of captivity for an uncertain future filled with both promise and peril. Armed with a royal decree from Cyrus himself and fueled by their unwavering faith in divine guidance, the long and arduous road home to the land of their ancestors finally begins. The Great Return is officially underway, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope. King Cyrus's decree is more than permission, it's an empire-wide edict. He credits the God of heaven for his power and commands the rebuilding of the Jerusalem temple. Cyrus orders neighbors to support the exiles with silver, gold and offerings. He returns the sacred temple vessels looted by Babylon, restoring a vital link to the past. This is not just rebuilding a structure, but restoring worship and identity. The decree is the catalyst, legal, financial and spiritual support for a monumental task. The words of the prophets are coming true. Exile is ending. Through a foreign king, God's hand brings his people home. Arriving in Judah, the exiles don't start with walls. They start with worship. Zerubbabel and Jeshua rebuild the altar on its ancient site, resuming sacrifices and celebrating the Festival of Tabernacles. Before a temple, they restore their faith and community. Only then do they begin the temple's foundation, hiring craftsmen and importing cedar from Lebanon. The foundation ceremony is emotional. Young people shout for joy, elders weep for what was lost. Joy and sorrow mingle, echoing through the land. The foundation is laid. Hope for the future, grief for the past. Worship unites them before the building rises. The rebuilding has truly begun. The rebuilding soon faces fierce opposition from neighboring peoples. These groups, with mixed beliefs, offer to help, but their motives are suspect. Zerubbabel and the leaders refuse, determined to keep their faith pure. Rejected, the neighbors turn to sabotage, intimidation, rumors and political maneuvering. They accuse the Jews of plotting rebellion, lobbying Persian officials to halt the work. The campaign is effective. The temple project stalls. Years pass, the foundation exposed, hope fading. The Persian kings after Cyrus are less sympathetic. The people endure frustration and delay, their dreams deferred. The adversaries' tactics nearly succeed. The work grinds to a halt. After years of delay, two prophets, Haggai and Zechariah, rekindle the people's resolve. They challenge the exiles. Why live in comfort while God's house lies in ruins? Inspired, Zerubbabel and Jeshua resume building, defying their adversaries. Persian governor Tattenai investigates, but the elders cite Cyrus's original decree. Tattenai appeals to King Darius, who finds the decree and orders the work to continue. Now, with imperial funding and protection, opposition is silenced. The empire itself supports the project. 4 years later, the temple is finished. The people celebrate, sacrifices resume, and worship is restored. The house for God stands once more. Prophetic encouragement and royal support make the impossible possible. The heart of the nation beats again. Years after the temple's completion, spiritual decline sets in. Enter Ezra, a priest scribe, an expert in the law of Moses. With royal permission and resources, Ezra leads a new group of exiles back to Jerusalem. The king empowers him to teach and enforce God's law and entrusts him with treasures for the temple. Ezra chooses faith over military protection, fasting and praying for a safe journey. God answers. The caravan arrives safely, treasures intact. Ezra's mission not just to rebuild walls, but to restore hearts. He brings authority rooted in devotion, not power. The community needs more than a building, it needs spiritual renewal. Ezra is the leader for this new chapter. The law returns to the heart of the nation. Ezra faces a crisis. Many Israelites, including priests, have intermarried with neighboring peoples, risking their identity and faith. Ezra is devastated, mourning publicly and praying a heartfelt confession for the community's sins. His grief moves the people. A crowd gathers, sharing his sorrow. Ezra's prayer is one of solidarity. He confesses with the people, not above them. A leader named Shechaniah proposes a covenant to separate from foreign wives and return to God's law. The community agrees, ready for painful but necessary renewal. Ezra leads them through repentance and restoration. The people recommit to their covenant with God. Spiritual identity is reclaimed even at great personal cost. Renewal begins with honest confession and courageous action. Ezra's story culminates in a hard-won renewal, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of faith. It marks not just an end, but a powerful new beginning. This renewal is characterized by a separation from detrimental foreign influences, a conscious decision to safeguard their cultural and spiritual identity, and a resolute return to their spiritual foundations. It was a time of introspection and recommitment. The book's message resonates with unwavering clarity. Hope and new beginnings are not just fanciful dreams, but tangible possibilities, even in the aftermath of profound loss and devastation. It's a beacon of light in the darkest of times. Ezra teaches us invaluable lessons, demonstrating that unwavering faith, persistent perseverance, and unbreakable unity can effectively overcome even the most formidable opposition and seemingly insurmountable setbacks. The rebuilding of the temple, stone by stone, and the restoration of the community's spirit, person by person, required not only immense physical effort, but also unwavering courage to face adversity and a prophetic vision to guide them toward a brighter future. True restoration, as Ezra illustrates, is far more profound than simply laying bricks and mixing mortar. It's a fundamental return to shared values, a renewed sense of collective purpose, and a deep commitment to one another. Ezra's enduring legacy is a powerful call to continual renewal, an ongoing process of self-reflection and improvement, reminding us that even the most carefully restored communities can, over time, lose their way, and that vigilance is key. The timeless story of Ezra is for anyone, regardless of background, seeking to rebuild their lives, rediscover meaning, and reconnect with their core values. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the Book of Ezra. If you found this story inspiring and thought-provoking, please follow us for more in-depth explorations of history, faith, and the enduring lessons they offer. Together, by sharing and reflecting on these ancient narratives, we keep these timeless lessons alive and relevant for generations to come.